Hello and welcome back to Everything Gunners and on the go. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you guys had a great Christmas because we absolutely did.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Arsenal are top of the table and they remain top of the table as they bust Western bubbles. We're going through every bit of what went down between Arsenal and West Ham at the Emirates Stadium on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Basit, what do you think of what went down in the first half against West Ham?
Yeah, that match was what I expected. Like I expected West Ham to sit back from the first half, and you could see that they were lacking confidence because they've gone in a row now and they have not been able to win.
Yeah, I think
And
four
four
games
games
in a
in a
row
row and
and they've lost.
they've lost. Yeah, so I think I expected what they did. They sat back and they allowed Arsenal press and the Arsenal press and have the possession of the ball, but they went long, and I think that's what created their first
Their
goal.
first
Yeah, and that's what brought about their first goal.
but
And you
don't you
could see Arsenal also the way they were attacking. I think they were rushing a bit in their final third. I mean, the last pass was
yes,
not
and
accurate,
the
and the
crosses
crosses were not beating their first man or the first centre back, and that's what I think that's what affected us in the first half, and we're not able to score. And also, we are used to seeing Martinelli and Saka playing on the wide. I
yeah,
mean, being a bit wider, the
yeah.
width they increase their width
Yeah,
very well
with Tenny and
with Tenny and
Martinelli on the other
Martinelli.
side, and the other
Exactly,
side we have Saka and
and
White. But
exactly.
I didn't think White and Tenny went wide enough or went forward enough at the first half.
Yeah,
They're not going like they're not making overlapping runs.
they
So
were not.
it was more of Saka having to beat two men rather than facing
Yeah,
Cresswell alone.
definitely.
And
Like
the same
you
thing with
could see the
Martinelli.
way Ateta wants to play. He wants his fullbacks inverted, and I think West Ham stopped that, and that's why I said they sat back and they choked up the midfield. They couldn't
Yeah,
allow White or
and they left Bowen and Antonio and
Antonio
on the white
on the
side
white side exactly. So
where White and this guy Tenny has
vacated. So
vacated
and you could
exactly.
see, as I said, they were not able to do that. So Saka's width was a bit narrow,
Now, yeah.
and same thing to Martinelli. And as I said earlier, like we play them isolated.
Yeah,
We like them isolated in order to be able to create our chances.
absolutely.
So they were not able to do that, and I think
Um,
that was the problem we had in the
the
first
first half.
half.
What do you think of the incident that ended up being a penalty? Because from the throwing, I think it was a throwing or a free kick. I think Shaka misjudged what do you call it the header that Gabriel was going to go for instead of him to withdraw for
Yeah,
Gabriel
no,
at the
I
centre
think
back.
it was a goal kick. It was a
Okay,
clear out.
it was a clear out or a goal kick.
I think it was a clear out from the
Gabriel
goalkeeper.
came out to win the
No, I
header.
think Shaka committed to a ball that I couldn't win,
Yeah,
and that dragged Gabriel
Gabriel
out
out.
of position, and that created
But
one
Gabriel
two
won the
on one
header.
against
Gabriel
Saliba.
actually won the header and
Yeah,
headed it back to the opponent. But
yeah,
they gave a long ball to I think
yeah.
Antonio.
I think it was
So
just Gabriel winning the header, but to the back, and it dropped for West Ham opponents, and I
was
think
that
that's what happened. And Saliba had to come, but I think he withdrew from that challenge, and
the first challenge?
the
Yeah,
first
he
challenge
could have gone for
he
it
could
and
have gone
not
for
have
it and
doubts.
not have doubts. He didn't go for it and he withdrew, and I think that's what created the chance for
Bowen.
Bowen to have that chance to go down on the in the penalty box.
But I think that was a soft penalty. What do you think about the penalty? Because I don't think there was
I think
enough touch for
I
him to
think
go
if
down.
I'm an Arsenal fan, I'll say it's a penalty. I
If it
can
was
be
for Arsenal,
when I
yeah.
first saw it, definitely I will be biased as an Arsenal fan. I'll be happy to see my team conceding a penalty, but you could see that there was a contact, but I think it was soft. But anyway, we've seen that some of them giving the World Cup and also
And
giving
giving to
to
Arsenal,
Arsenal this season
yeah, against
against
Liverpool.
Liverpool. So
Yeah,
I have no complaints. But what I loved most was the reaction from the fans. I could see the
absolutely.
belief. It's not about will they get back. They
Yeah, there
know
was no doubt.
there was no doubt about if
Yeah.
they get back. They
It was
knew
not
that
about it's not about are we going to get back.
get
It
back.
was
It's
more
just
of when
when
are
are
we
we
going
going
to
to
get
get
back,
back? So,
which
and I
was
think
interesting.
that was very very interesting. And immediately after that goal, after that penalty being scored, there was a lot of pressure from Arsenal
Yeah, what do you
immediately.
think of the penalty that was obviously what do you call it
Overturned.
overturned
Yeah,
for Arsenal? It looked at first, to be honest, that it was a
yeah.
penalty. It looked like it was trying to block the shot off so that it won't hit his face.
No, I think
So
Cresswell was lucky there because I felt he was trying to disguise, like he wanted to use his head and used his hand.
I think he
I think
touched his
that's
hand a
one of
bit.
the reason why. I think Anthony Taylor. I'm not sure if that is his
Yeah.
name. He gave that penalty, but after going to for a VAR review, I think it was an easy decision to give, and I think that didn't weigh us not down. On a normal day, I think that happened last season.
Yeah.
Last season against Brighton, Martinelli scored. We're losing 1-0, and Martinelli scored against 9 minutes against Brighton, and they cancelled it because of a tiny offside which was meant to be count. It was meant to count.
Yeah.
The goal was meant to count, but they cancelled it. Immediately we got back, we conceded 2-0.
2-0,
And I
yeah.
think that's the difference we see in Arsenal from last season and this season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. What do you think of the second one? Because Arsenal came out a different monster.
I won't say different monster. You could see what Saka and Ateta had to say behind the after the match,
Yeah.
and you see that they. I even when we were watching the match, I said it to you that I think the only thing I'm happy with is we are dominating. We have no issue. The only issue that we are going to have is if we shoot ourselves on the foot, and that's by giving silly mistakes.
Silly mistakes,
Yeah. So we didn't see that in the second half, and
Which
Arsenal
we saw,
just
which we saw in the first half because
which
Saliba
we
was a bit rusty
fact
because he
that
was just coming back and he didn't have enough time to play in the World Cup.
or train definitely with
Yeah.
the team. So you could see how Arsenal came back. They kept doing the same thing. The only difference is Saka and Martinelli. They increased their width and
And
it allowed Tenny and White to play
and
more
Shaka.
and control more in the midfield and win the balls quickly and also counter
Party,
press comfortably.
Party was impressive.
Yeah, it was impressive. Shaka was impressive. Everyone was.
Everyone's
The
Odegaard
other
was top
guys,
notch.
we spoke about him last, and that's one of the reasons why he's our captain. He demands he demands and controls how the game is going to go for Arsenal.
And I think the first goal for Arsenal, we have to say it was a bit of luck because Odegaard had the poor shot. To be
Yeah,
honest.
definitely. Like if you ask other guy to say that was a pass, because I think
Absolutely.
there was not enough pace, and if there was enough pace, I
And
think
it was-
Saka would not control that ball
Yeah.
comfortably, and to see that control, and that's what Saka have brought into his game recently, and a little bit of composure and know how and also read the game of the ball
Yeah.
and know where
He could have
where to
easily,
be
he could have easily stayed
stayed
wide
wide
to
and
expect the ball come to his place.
or
But
expect the ball to just go out.
Yeah.
But he read the movement of the ball, read other guys' movement and everybody's movement to be in that position, and he took a good first touch and gave him a chance
on his weaker foot, to be
on his
honest.
weaker foot, and he gave him a good chance to have a good finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
To,
But
bottom
I mean, we
corner.
have to say Martinelli didn't have a great game. But I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, he was okay. He wasn't able to beat his man enough and all of that. But I mean, to score that goal on the near post, you have to say it was shambolic for Fabianski, former Arsenal player.
yeah, definitely. That I think when we were watching the match,
Yeah.
I was frustrated with Martinelli's performance. His passes were too short.
trying too
He
hard.
was watching. It was how they call it. I think.
But watching.
But watching the game, when he was meant to go for a tackle or follow his man, he was just watching. So I think that I was calling for Ateta to just remove him quickly, and
I mean,
immediately after I made that statement, Saka won the ball in their half I'm surprised with the way he won it on I think
Declan Rice, yeah.
from Declan Rice, and he won that, and he gave Shaka created a space for Martinelli, and Martinelli took that chance. I think that chance is similar to something we had against, was it Aston Villa?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Martinelli took it back to the far corner and he received it back and scored. But this one, he went direct, and as a goalkeeper, I think that was I always say as a goalkeeper, that near post, once that ball is coming, you must be close to the bar. So I think that was the only issue I had with that goal. Fabianski was disappointing in that match.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, the third goal was a proper team goal.
Yeah, definitely.
That obviously was scored by the Nketiah. A lot of people have been doubting him, to be honest. And I think he delivered in the match.
Yeah, I think Eddie Nketiah is someone that is a confidence player.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's a confidence player and is someone that rise off his team's energy.
Yeah.
And you could see in the first half he was getting to those positions.
Yeah,
but
having little turns and creating
but
chances.
he was just, I think he
Trying
was
too
rushing.
hard.
I think he was trying too hard and he was rushing.
Yeah.
But
And he was having a little bit of doubt in terms of taking decisions. There was a time it was on goal.
Yeah.
It was meant to go onto his left
And
and
shoot.
but it wasn't. I don't think it was what they call it, confident enough on his left foot
I,
to carry on the strike, but he went on his right and it
yeah,
was blocked.
definitely. And you could see, in that match, I think every
The goal was exciting. The team play to White,
yes,
then to
I
what
think
do you think of
I
the
think
turn?
the first
What do you
it
think of
came
the
it came
turn between
from
Nketiah
yeah,
for
definitely,
Nketiah?
definitely.
I remember the ball coming across from the left wing from
Shaka,
Shaka
yeah,
down to
Ben White,
Ben White clipping it above his marker, and
yeah,
I
and
mean
that
that
turn
from Nketiah,
from
class.
Nketiah was
That's a proper
class.
proper
But I
strike
think
number nine goal scorer.
another defender would do better from care,
Like
but anyway,
like
Nketiah did well to score that goal
yeah,
because he
Nketiah
needed that
he
because
needed that, and I mean he said he felt the defender, he knew where the defender was, and
yeah.
the next thing was in his mind was turn the defender on and have a good strike on the ball, and he absolutely did. And obviously he has what do you call it? He has given doubters reason to believe in him because
Yeah,
he has always believed in
I think
himself.
the issue about Edin Nketiah is just I think he doesn't do it consistently enough, and I think last season I think that created the belief from
Yeah,
Arsenal fans that he could do it,
yeah,
and I think he's a different player from Gabriel Jesus, but you could see that there's a similarity from with them. So I
yeah.
think and
And I mean, Ateta has a lot of belief for him. He has a lot of belief in him. I mean, to be honest, because to put him in that situation
yeah,
and playing the whole game, and
and
obviously
before the match he was praising him
he
so
has
much,
praising
and
enough because he does a lot of hard work in the training ground, and you could see that now is his chance to blossom. He's going to be having a couple of matches in his belt before Gabriel Jesus comes back.
yeah,
And Ateta had a
definitely,
lot to talk about him
yeah.
after the match.
Important performance for him and that a great goal, the third goal.
Great goal, but I think overall his performance was incredible. The way he understood the pressing, I think his intensity, the way he comes to attack certain spaces, the composure that he showed, and then he stayed patient. And in the box, he produced a moment of real quality to win us the game.
Eddie too had a lot to say after the match, and this is
Yeah.
what they said.
You know how well Gabriel Jesus has been doing. You've been watching it. Did you feel a pressure then? Be honest, coming in after what he's done so far this season for the club.
I think there's pressure anytime you play for Arsenal Football Club. The standards are always high. Obviously, Gabriel's done a great job, and obviously, I'm not here to replace him. I'm here to be my own player. I hope to be the best version of myself, And we wish him speedy recovery. We need him back as soon as. And obviously, it's nice that we could get the win, and he was here, so we'll celebrate with him.
To see Arsene Wenger back to the Premier League or to Arsenal, to Emirates for the first time since 2018 when he left, it should send a good message to Arsenal fans that there's something building in Arsenal right now.
Definitely, even not to only Arsenal fans, but to a lot. I think we're creating a lot of how will I call it, feel good factor, and also a fear factor to other opponents to know when you come to Emirates, you don't expect anything, and you don't expect any points. Just succumb to our performances, and I think that's what is happening. And to see Arsene, I was so emotional, and to see Edin Nketiah score that goal in front of his manager that gave him that his debut, and I was so emotional. I think when Edin Nketiah scored that goal, I was almost crying, and my junior brother saw it, and tears were almost coming out from my eyes to see how much I love Nketiah and how much I loved Arsene Wenger and what he did for Arsenal.
And you saw Arsenal fans singing out his name, and it was
waving.
happy. Yeah, it was waving, and
you could see even when Saka scored early in the first half and they ruled it out for offside. I think you could see his expression. He still had that love, the passion, and everything he needed. And he had for Arsenal. He still has it.
Right. But don't you think he deserves a statue, or even like a stand on his name?
Name on him. I think he deserves anything whatsoever for in Arsenal in a role or anything they give him. I think is deserved because I think he built modern football to where he is.
And he built Emirates Stadium.
He built Emirates Stadium, and
we know
everything he built, like the way everything is done in modern football now. I think is credit to him, and I think all this Pep Guardiola, Mourinho, and all and so on, they just picked it up from him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because he deserves, like you said, he deserves it, and it's not when he's no longer here that they have to remember him. So I think it's right time right now to.
And I think Ateta did a great
just honor him.
Ateta did a great work to get him back and convince him that this place is the right place and people love you.
Yeah, and it was nice to see that it was around the team in the dressing room after
yeah,
the match. So
definitely.
hopefully,
I can imagine how they are buzzing, like
yeah,
greeting all the players,
yeah,
celebrating.
absolutely,
So
it absolutely enjoyed, to be honest.
yeah,
So
I just wish that they did that documentary this year and
we
took.
also have the fact that Modric, like we talked about in the last episode,
Yeah,
he wants to move to Arsenal. Arsenal wants to move for him. He's the priority for Arsenal
yeah,
in this January transfer window that is coming up soon. He was watching Arsenal's match. He saw I think the third goal. He was
yeah.
watching.
Nketiah's
He
goal.
posted on
He posted on
Instagram.
his Instagram. Yeah.
I think Arsenal need to rush him right now
I
because
think
that guy is fabulous. He's a different breed to what we have in
the
Martinelli and Saka.
definitely the thing about Modric is I was telling you need to watch his clips. You need to watch his clips because I just compare him to Ukrainian Messi or Kylian Mbappe because a lot of skills and control of that skills is what I really rate him for because he knows how to control the skills he have.
Yeah.
He has the
He knows when
speed.
to, he knows when to accelerate,
Exactly. He
and
knows how the game
and he's a good striker of the ball.
yeah,
He
exactly.
knows
And
how
you
to
can
strike the
see
ball.
what he's doing. And in watching Arsenal, I think it's nothing more than just trying to
Understand the way we play
understand the way we play so that when it comes in with a bang and not
and
just
ready,
and ready and not
and
just
to be easy for him to adjust.
to be easy for him to adjust. And I think that's one thing that one of the reasons why he's watching Arsenal and also to put pressure on the Shakhtar Donetsk board
I
that
want a
I
move.
want a move.
He doesn't
Please
have to
make it
force
happen.
exactly. He doesn't have to force a move
Before you can
before you can
and you could
answer
see
to him.
recent I think it was the other night I think that same night Arsenal dropped from
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio Romano and Sky Sport News.
Yeah.
They dropped an information relating to that them dropping
Arsenal dropping a bid. You can see the likes of Liverpool already acting, having
yeah
signed Cody Gakpo.
yeah
I mean, we have a lot of matches to look out for.
yeah
We have Brighton next. We have after Brighton we have Newcastle.
Newcastle.
A lot of tough
I think
runs right
January
now.
and February is a key
It's a
moment
key
for
moment.
us, a decisive moment for us in this title race. And if we can get through that run of fixtures and
With Tottenham, Man
Man
U,
U and
Man
the
City.
likes Man City in that run, and we're staying top at the top of the table, be it with 1 point, 2 point. I think we are going to be the champions.
Yes, I mean it's exciting, and obviously facing Brighton is going to be a tough match
Yeah.
again. And
It has
obviously,
always been a
it
tough
has always
match.
been a tough match
Yeah.
because they're a good footballing team.
Yeah, definitely.
With their new coach and Dezabi,
Yeah.
knows how to play, and
And
they have dangerous players
And
like
there's similarity in their style from
Potter.
Zerbi and Potter.
Yeah, so it's terrific to watch them play. Obviously, with the likes of Mitoma, Casedo, and obviously Casedo might not be playing because
Yeah.
he has accumulated enough of yellow cards.
Yeah.
And McAllister, hopefully, he doesn't get back on time to play against Arsenal because he's a World Cup champion.
I think
He will be boosted to show why he's a World Cup champion.
I think that's the truth, but I think we've gotten to a point as Arsenal fans and also as Arsenal Football Club, we need to focus on ourselves. Less attention to the opponents we are facing that are around us. We don't need to focus on them. I think this match, if we keep enough possession, I think the team with the most possession and also with a lot of
Chances creation.
also the way they press.
Yeah.
I think that will be a key key factor to who is going to win. And I think Arsenal will be going with a 2-0 win.
I absolutely think we'll also be going with a 2-0 win because looking at the way Brighton play, they don't score enough.
Yeah.
They create chance, but they don't score enough because they don't have a natural number 9. They depend on Trossard to deliver and Mitoma. So it's going to be exciting, and hopefully we go on another run of maybe 10 games.
Yeah, definitely. You could see we faced them in
win.
Caribbean, and we could see their dangerous team in counter-attack, especially
so we have to be
if we are not able to counter-press. And
Exactly.
I think that will be key. Our counter-press.
I think our counter-press will work because Casedo will not be playing, so and Mwepu would have been a good replacement, but he's now retired for medical reasons. So it's going to be exciting.
I think so because I'm really rooting for Arsenal to go all the way and win this match, and we see what happens.
Give your predictions on the match.
Yeah.
Against Brighton, and hopefully we get to win.
Yeah.
Come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners. And you guys can also drop your comments under the comment box, and also like, follow our platforms.